Calling Boone County case 2015-120, State of Arkansas versus Jessica Reynolds. Court will make the appointment of the vendor's office to represent Ms. Reynolds. Ms. Reynolds is for arraignment on charges of drug paraphernalia, Class D felony. Second charge of drug paraphernalia, Class A misdemeanor, possession of controlled substance, marijuana, Class A misdemeanor. DWI drugs, unclassified misdemeanor, no driver's license, and failure to dim bright lights.
Your Honor, we'd enter a plea of not guilty for a formal reading of the charge, and I'd ask to address the issue of bond.
The plea of not guilty is noted. This case being on the Division 4 docket will be set for by scheduling order for the week of December 7th. Pre-trial will be set for November 6th, and reappearance will be ordered for October 9th. The issue of bond.
Your Honor, I'm not quite sure. It appears that the paperwork I've just been in shows an arrest date of February 12th of this year.
Would appear to be accurate.
And Judge, by appearances, and I don't know what the why the difference, but it appears that there was an arrest warrant subsequently issued, and in light of her being released, I'd ask the court to allow her to be released on her own recognizance. And now that she has an appointed attorney and she's applied, I'd ask that she be released.
Judge, I believe that alias warrant was issued because she was not in court on July 10th.
It is the court's guess, and I admit it's pure speculation, that the reason that the arrest was in February and the warrant was not issued until June has something to do with the fact that there was a citation involved initially, that the choice was made to charge this as a felony offense at some later time. Is that what that initial delay was?
Judge, it looks like that could very well have been, and or in looking at what the address was originally with my client back in February, as to what her actual address now is, it has changed. And that could have been some of the confusion issues as well.
Your Honor, she was stopped by,
That would explain the delay in getting her served.
she was stopped by a state trooper who actually is stationed in Baxter County. He originally gave his reports into Baxter County. When we got our hands on them, we waited until we received the crime lab results because from Ms. Reynolds, a urine test was taken and the officer believed she was driving while intoxicated. And instead of giving her a ticket, which is a mandatory, you go to trial, we waited until we received the lab results before we filed a charge of driving while intoxicated. And we received the results and filed the charges.
Well, the file is very clear in terms of the fact that the alias warrant was, I mean, the warrant itself wasn't issued until sometime in June. It was served the 23rd of June, and she was given the July 3rd trial date, which turned out to be a date on which no court was held. And then there's an indication that a new there was a new document filed after July 3rd, setting her appearance for July 10th, but obviously she had no access to that, and she didn't appear. An alias warrant was issued by Judge Putman on that day, and consequently she's here. She's now been arrested and is being held. Now, let's talk about the bond, what the bond should be. I think we've explained the delay.
And Judge, in light of the fact that she was free, that the warrant was originally issued originally on the 11th day of June, and she was taken into custody on the 23rd day of June, I don't think there's been any major issues in getting her here. And in light of she's now going to be on our contact and messaging system, I don't doubt that I'm going to have any issues maintaining contact.
Where does she live?
She lives in Forsyth, Your Honor.
In Missouri.
Yes, Your Honor. But Judge, so do I, and I make it here to court every other Friday. And Judge, she can, if she maintains contact with myself and the court and signs a waiver of extradition, I think that any of those issues can be resolved.
What's the red state's recommendation, Mr. Carter?
Your Honor, I'll be honest with the court, I'm not so sure in looking at those two warrants. It appears to me that they were actually returned to the court and then it was changed. I'm not so sure that it was actually given to her a second time. I'll take that with a little, if you look at the file markets, both of them are 3:42 p.m. on 6/25. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but still, she didn't make much of an effort to get here. She could have been here on the 17th, 24th. So I would recommend to the court a bond of $1,500.
In light of the fact that she resides out of state, the court feels the bond is appropriate and will set bond at $1,500.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jessica, and that's cash or pro, Judge?
Cash or pro?
Jessica, your bond's $1,500, so you should be able to go through a bail bondsman and get out of jail. If you do, please make contact with our office.
That's not a please. That's mandatory. As soon as you get out of jail, you need to be in touch with your attorney, all right? All right. You may be excused at this time.
I love working as a nurse, and I wouldn't have this job without North Arkansas College. Tuition was truly affordable. The teachers were passionate, and I got the hands-on education that I needed. Practical nurse employers report a 100% satisfaction rate for North Ark graduates, and that was impressive.
North Ark's allied health programs offer degrees in nursing, paramedics, medical lab technology, radiologic technology, surgical tech, and more. Classes begin August 17th. Enroll today, 870-391-3505, because a North Ark education works.
Arkansas Orthopedics and Sports Medicine now offers you 2 orthopedic surgeons, both trained in all the latest surgical techniques. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler specialize in all forms of orthopedic problems and injuries, from torn rotator cuffs to joint replacement, even sprains or broken bones. Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler will see you quickly and with the highest standard of efficiency. The entire staff of Arkansas Orthopedics works to keep you moving. Call today for an appointment. Call Dr. Sedani and Dr. Cutler in Harrison at 741-8289.
Liquidation Outlet in Harrison. What will you find today? Hi, this is Amy, and we have a big selection of bathroom supplies, including mainstays, faucets, shower caddies, shower heads, bathroom space savers, and a lot of miscellaneous plumbing supplies. Stop paying retail and head to Liquidation Outlet for great savings. If you miss a day, you miss a great deal. What will you find today at the Liquidation Outlet, just off the bypass in Harrison?
Best deals that you can get at the Liquidation Outlet.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
2015-141, State of Arkansas versus Donald Miller. Morning, Mr. Miller. Can you hear us all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office in Mr. Miller's case. Mr. Miller's for arraignment on charges of forgery in the second degree and theft, which is a Class C felony, and theft of property, a Class A misdemeanor. On those charges, how does he plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor, for the full reading of the charge.
This case is on the Division 3 docket of Judge Putman. I'm setting it for reappearance on August 7th. To appear before Judge Putman, and apparently he was given that date already, so that shouldn't be any problem. Any other matters to come before the court?
I'd like to address the issue of bond, Judge.
All right, let's look at the facts.
He was ordered to appear originally on his warrant on July 17th. He did not appear because Putman issued an alias warrant. I just believe that because he insulted the integrity of Judge Putman's court, bond should be left up to Judge Putnam.
Mr. Carter, there's two questions that I have. What was the original arrest date, and what was the arrest date of the aliens?
Okay. The original arrest date is May 4, 2015. And with regard to the alias warrant, the 22nd day of July.
Thank you.
Judge, does this show that he had a bondsman?
Yes.
That may inquire, Judge, what was his bond and who was his bondsman?
Appears that his bond was $2,000. I believe that's what that says. And the bonding company was Campbell Bond.
Judge, at the time, I don't see that he had an attorney. I'm not sure if there's issues with the court dates, but I'd ask the court to allow his bond to be reinstated if Campbell's willing to stay on the bond. Especially now that he has counsel.
Judge Putnam signed an order for the arrest warrant and summons for the surety to appear, so.
I see that.
Judge, we have my client, we have the surety.
We don't have Mr. Campbell.
We don't have Mr. Campbell? Here. Today. All right. Well, the court will authorize that bond to be reinstated if Mr. Campbell agrees to go on that bond.
And Judge, using the prosecutor's argument, there was an order for the surety. The surety's not here, I'd ask for a body attachment later today if he doesn't show up.
Well, he wasn't ordered to appear today.
Until October 2nd.
Okay. I don't have a copy of the order.
Oh. I should remedy that problem, couldn't I? There's a copy of the entire file.
Mr. Miller, I'll talk to the Campbells when they get the court order.
Call 2014-144, State of Arkansas versus Carissa Breedlove. This is down for attorney status today. And that's the answer. Court is appointing the Public Defender's Office to represent Ms. Breedlove.
Judge, I believe the Public Defender's Office had been appointed to represent Ms. Breedlove back in 2014. We provided discovery and a resolution at that time, and I'm going to give Mr. Russo an additional 11 pages of information that has arisen since Ms. Breedlove was last in this court.
Judge, if we can, I just asked Ms. Breedlove to be put on the transport list to be brought over.
All right. We'll direct that she'll be brought over. You may be excused for now. You'll be brought over to the courthouse this afternoon.
Hi, this is Jim Fitzgerald of Community First Bank, and we have a variety of home loan options that are sure to fit your financial needs. From 100% financing rural development loans to VA loans for veterans to FHA loans with low down payment options, your locally owned hometown bank has the right home loan for you. Community First Bank, where it's all about community. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison is the go-to place for all your denture services. We know how to get good results. We save you time and money because our lab is on site. A dental office you will like and trust. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to Harness Boots. Just look for the big red boot next door. Call today. You'll be glad you did.
You work hard to take care of your car, so help clean its engine and extend its life with quality gas from Conoco.
In the Branson area, visit these ConocoPhillips White Oak stations, plus Mule Express, Saddlebrook, and the Spirit Shop.
Now what?
Let's go. That way.
Have fun out there on the compact, capable, and entirely new Pioneer 500 from Honda.
Come see us at 824 North Main in Harrison.
(2015-65), 2015-114, State of Arkansas versus Michael Linville.
Judge, I believe you were already appointed. We're here to get on this court scheduling order in both of those cases.
And now here's case 65. Yes, has been transferred to the Division Court docket.
I believe so, Your Honor.
All right. Cases will be set for trial during the week of December 7th. Pre-trials will be set for November 6th. And we'll set them for a reappearance October 9th. Anything further to be taken up?
Yes, Judge. I believe that my client had posted bond in one of his cases, and that the new warrant came out, and I don't know what the bond amount is in his new case, But if Campbell's is willing to stay on his original bond, I'd ask the court to allow the bond to stand in both cases so that he could be released on bond on both cases on the one he originally posted. I believe the one he originally posted is probably going to be the 15-065.
Well, let's see what the bond amounts are and what, I'm trying to find it.
Judge, in 2015-065, my notes reflect that on April 17th, he did not appear in court. The warrant was issued and served on him on the 31st of May.
After he'd been arrested on the second set of charges.
Yes.
Is that also the arrest date of the?
Now let's see.
The arrest date on the second set of charges in case 2015-114-4 is in fact May 31st of 2015.
To the court's personal knowledge, the defendant had a history of absconding. He absconded from drug court, was gone for quite a long time before he was apprehended and sentenced on that. So he's not someone. The bond that was in place in 2015-65 is reflected as $50,000.
And Judge, prior to our appointment to the case, once again, I don't know counsel status, what information he was or was not given, but if that was the bond that was posted, if Campbell's is willing to stay on the bond, that's why I'd ask the court to allow that bond to stand for both cases if they're willing to stay on. Because I don't know what the details were of the failure to appear that's alleged. I don't know any of those details. What I do know is I'm now as attorney of record, court's aware of our calendaring and scheduling system, and my client, if released on bond, I've had a discussion with him, will be staying at his parents' residence. His father's had some health issues, and his mother needs some assistance, and the court wants to make a requirement of his bond that he has to stay there. He's willing to do that.
Judge, Mr. Linville was picked up 6 weeks after failure to appear in court, and when he was picked up, he had, alleged by the state, marijuana and methamphetamine in his possession. Given those factors, A, violated the terms of his bond, which was the court could easily revoke the bond for that purpose, but that combined with not appearing in court, I would ask that the $50,000 bond be negated and the court set a bond of $50,000 covering both cases. There's a brand new bond. No, I believe he was arraigned on June 20th.
He was arraigned on June 26th, in front of Judge Putman with Dan Hancock.
That's what it looks like, 6.
Judge, basically the prosecutor's asking the same thing I am. I would see the purpose of negating a $50,000 bond is to have a new one reinstated. If Campbell's is willing to stay on the bond, we can determine that. I'd ask that it stand in both cases. $50,000 is pretty substantial, and as the court's well aware, and I know the Campbells, if they're willing to stay on it, $50,000 is going to assure his appearance here.
But it didn't assure it last time, and it didn't assure non-use of drugs.
Alleged.
That's sort of the problem for the court, is that the court has a history with Mr. Linville not occurring when he chooses not to appear. I'm not sure the court feels secured by a $50,000 bond, particularly that it failed to bring about his appearance the last time. So the court's going to set bond at $75,000. If Campbell want to include their $50,000 bond in that and write a $75,000 bond, I have no objection to that. Bond will be set at $75,000.
And that covers both cases, cash or gross, correct? Thank you, Your Honor. Michael, did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, did you set a scheduling order for Mr. Lindell's cases?
Yes, they're scheduled with the same scheduling order as the other one. December 7th will be for trial, November 6th for pre-trial, and October 9th is a reappearance date in both cases. You may be excused, sir.
Yes, sir.
(2015-128) State of Arkansas versus Robert Allen.
Your Honor, on Mr. Allen's case, we had him brought back here calling for detention. We had some interstate retainer issues and grid issues. I've tried to track those down. I haven't had any success as of yet, and I've made phone calls to the Federal Correctional Institute in Mariana. I haven't had any success yet. I even called this morning and was unable to contact some folks there. With the court's permission, we already have a scheduling order, but can we bring Mr. Allen back before the court on August 14th? And I'm going to try to have some paperwork out of the Federal Correctional Institution to potentially resolve these issues by that date.
I'll put him down to reappear on August 14th. Let's see if we can't get these issues resolved.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert, I called FCI Mariana this morning, and he wasn't available.
All right.
Okay. They gave me his direct extension, and I'm going to try to get home a little later today.
Like I said, I wrote them too, so.
Okay.
All right, you may be excused, sir.
It's summertime here at Shelby's. Come in and browse their jewelry boutique with collections of bracelets, rings, charms, and pendants from Da Vinci, Lenny and Eva, and Virgin Saints and Angels. For a unique gift that commemorates important occasions, check out the Willow Tree Signature Collection. In Shelby's baby department, you'll find items for both baby and mom. If you're looking for something for the home, your friends, or just for you, Shelby's is the place to shop. Shelby's. Simply elegant, surprisingly affordable.
We moved here in June, 18 years ago, and had not been in the house more than a week, and I popped my hip out of joint. And that was my first experience. And of course, the ER saved my life. I had an aortic aneurysm, and it had leaked all night. As soon as they brought me in here, they knew exactly what it was and exactly what to do.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Summer can be a very busy time of year. It's easy to find ourselves with so many activities that we forget to make time for our health and well-being. Let us help make it a little easier. At Nature's Wonders, you'll find a large selection of organic and natural grocery, organic and local produce, supplements, sports nutrition, and quick healthy meals to take on the go from Nature's Lunchbox. So while enjoying the fast-paced summertime fun, take a break and come check out our selection. Make time for you on Highway 65 in Harrison, just down from Thompson's Ace Hardware. Happy summer from Nature's Wonders.
Books are an important part of your life, and when you go to Books on the Square, you'll find books that will not only be informative, but books that will take you away. Books on the Square now has 2 locations on the south side of the Harrison Square. Books on the Square carries fiction books, books on CD, lots of westerns, and books full of mystery. Books on the Square, too, next to Deb's Frames and Things, has your nonfiction favorites, religious, historical, and even cookbooks. Take a stroll down the south side of the square and visit both Books on the Square.
Going to the matters cases where revocation is involved. We have 2004-226, State of Arkansas versus Robert Lee Marsh, Jr.
Your Honor, we need to have Mr. Marsh transported over.
This is a contempt petition, isn't it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Marsh, we're going to direct that you be transported over. We'll take your case up this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You may be excused. 2007-6, 2007-276, State of Arkansas versus Brandy Harrison.
Judge, in Ms. Harrison's case, both Mr. Carter and I have had communications with folks back in Illinois. Ms. Harrison's mother picked up copies of the drug court manual and has mailed it to me. In the meantime, Mr. Carter got those via email. I received a copy from him yesterday. My client has not had the opportunity to receive and review the drug court booklet, and we have not confirmed that, in fact, the drug court will accept her under the terms and conditions that are going to be agreeable to them and to this court. I anticipate that is going to happen. However, all that's not ready yet. I'd ask the court to bring Ms. Harrison back on the 14th, and hopefully by then we'll have confirmation out of Illinois that they're going to accept her. And two, Ms. Harrison will have had the opportunity to go over the drug court book, and I've explained that typically this court's going to make that a condition of her probation. She'll have an opportunity to review that and affirm to the court that she understands and is willing to abide by all those terms.
Your Honor, I have read through the Vermilion County Drug Court Handbook. It is a drug court that is extremely similar to ours. It is a post-conviction drug court. I'm satisfied that that would be in her best interest. And the reason we're looking at Illinois is she has no family, no connections here, and it is my firm belief that if she has no support system here, that placing her in our drug court would be a complete failure given her history. She needs to have some sort of family and community support, which is why I looked at the drug program up there where her family lives, and I believe her mother has some sort of connection with outpatient services, and as long as their drug court judge says we will accept her, which is the only thing we're waiting for, because their drug court is satisfied, and it's merely a matter of pleading her and transferring her probation to complete their drug court.
All right. We'll set this matter down for reappearance on August 14th. You may be excused for now.
Brandy, I'm going to drop off that drug court handbook for you today.
Okay, thank you.
2013-83, State of Arkansas versus Kimberly Hudson.
Judge, with regard to Ms. Hudson, I believe this is her first appearance, and I gave Mr. Bunch a copy of the discovery that we have at this point.
We have it listed as for review. I'm confused on the docket. I'm confused about that.
Your Honor, she was not here last week due to some issues.
I think she was hospitalized, is what the record reflects. All right, let's see what we got. This is her first appearance on a petition to revoke. There are allegations contained in the petition that she has new offenses for driving on suspended license and failure to appear, dating to May of 2015. Also, driving on a suspended driver's license, a second offense from May of 2015, violating the conditions requiring her to report to her probation officer, violating apparently she had an admitted use of methamphetamine in 2015. Additional allegations around that. She has in July of 2015, she tested positive for controlled substances. At least twice as I read this. And then these are in July of 2015, and multiple additional problems on July 15th. In addition, there's allegations she's delinquent in her payments. On these allegations contained in the petition to revoke that was filed July 16th, 2015, how does the defendant now plead?
Not true.
Noting a plea if not true, setting her down, she's required to go before Judge Putman in this case, so I'm setting her down to reappear on August 7th in front of Judge Putman for hearing. And that'll be the order of the court. Anything further? Court is making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office to represent Ms. Hudson. You may be excused. (2013) 196, State of Arkansas versus Perry Satterley. He apparently appeared and entered a plea of not true in front of Judge Putman on July 10th, and this matter was set off for today's date for hearing. Is it for hearing?
No, Your Honor. I talked to Mr. Bunch. Mr. Satterley has some charges over in Marion County, and the state has no objection to those charges, or this revocation tracking those charges. Mr. Bunch tried to get in contact with Mr. Kenford Carter to see if that particular case could be resolved, and has not been able to sit down and talk with him about it yet. And our revocation is almost exclusively based upon the Marion County charges.
No.
Can you agree with me or disagree?
I always agree with you.
Well, do we have any idea of when the Marion County matter is going to be moved on?
Judge, I'm his attorney in Marion County because of the conflict with Coach and Mr. Russo, that I represent both. Mr. Sadler, what's your bond set at?
500. 15,000.
15,000? God, I'd ask that the bond on the revocation case be the same as the bond in the Marion County case.
Judge Putman on July 10th apparently set his bond here at just $500 cash.
It appears that his Marion County case is set for reappearance on September the 16th through trial, also on that same date with the trial date of October the 18th.
Thank you.
And that the case will be commenced in February.
Well, court's going to set the, I'm going to set the bond here at $5,000 cash and professional, which in essence is similar to what it already is, a $500 cash bond. So that'll be the bond here. I'm going to leave I'm not comfortable giving multiple counties with one bond in each, so I want a bond in each county. It'll be $5,000 here, and I'm leaving the $15,000 in place in Marion County. On the request and agreement of counsel, I'm continuing the case for hearing. I'm going to put it, will reflect a waiver of the 60-day requirement, and it will be set for hearing October 9th. That will be the order of the court.
Is he going to be moved back to Marion County?
I don't know. I think that's, in all likelihood, I would assume he is going to be. That's would be appear to be the more serious charge, and the first charge, as well as apparently the case that's controlling how we dispose of this case.
Thank you. I'll be out to see you, Mr. Sadler.
I love working as a nurse, and I wouldn't have this job without North Arkansas College. Tuition was truly affordable. The teachers were passionate, and I got the hands-on education that I needed. Practical nurse employers report a 100% satisfaction rate for North Ark graduates, and that was impressive.
North Ark's allied health programs offer degrees in nursing, paramedics, medical lab technology, radiologic technology, surgical tech, and more. Classes begin August 17th. Enroll today, 870-391-3505, because a North Ark education works.
John was the first one to be an inpatient here, and everything was great. And I had heard some negative things about the hospital, and I'm going, what are you talking about? This hospital's great. Why would you want to travel over to Fayetteville when you have this great hospital? All the nurses, everybody, phenomenal.
It's time to trade up at the Trade Up to a Yamaha sales event. With financing as low as 3.99% for 36 months. Up to $1,000 customer cash. Plus, up to $1,000 extra trade-in allowance. So see your local dealer today and trade up to a Yamaha.
You know, we should always remember to have a working smoke detector where we sleep. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're all safe, we're all safe. In an emergency, you need a meeting place outside the whole family can meet, so you know everyone is safe.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison is a Health Mart town. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the square downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
2014-38, 2014-95, 2014-161, State of Arkansas versus Travis Baskin.
Your Honor, in this case, Mr. Russo and I have an agreement with regard to resolution. However, Mr. Baskin has a case that we actually thought was on this court's docket. He's on Judge Putnam's docket where he's represented by a different attorney, a different prosecutor, and we need the blessing of those people before we just unilaterally enter a plea to a case in which we're technically not involved in the discovery that's been provided in the other case to another attorney. So I think Mr. Russo is going to ask that this court bring Mr. Baskin back on either 814 or possibly. No, you can't make it 87. Right?
I can't make it 87, Judge, but
814 then.
We'd like to have him brought back on 814 and have everything wrapped up and on this court's docket.
Very good. Let's do that. So it's not one of these three cases?
No, Judge. I've got a wrap-up plea worked out that's going to involve these three and the new one. It's all concurrent sentencing, and we've got to get that paperwork prepared, and we've got to get Judge Putnam to sign off, and Judge Putnam's been in that jury trial all week.
Right. We'll order him to reappear on August 14th for disposition on these cases.
Travis, we've got everything done except Judge Putnam's signing off, allowing everything to go forward.
A waiver of the 60-day requirement will be reflected in the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll have everything wrapped up on August 14th.
Okay. 2014-110, State of Arkansas versus Ernest Elliott. Court's making the appointment of the Public Defender's Office for Mr. Elliott. This is the first appearance on allegations contained in a petition to revoke where it is alleged that he has violated the terms and conditions of his period of probation, failure to cooperate. And then May 27th, he evaded all attempts to contact or locate him, and he's not reported to his, at that time he's not reported to his probation officer for more than a month. Also, there's additional additional allegations related to non-reporting, therefore violating that condition. That'll be those are the allegations contained in the most recent petition on this matter. On those allegations, how does he plead?
Not true, Your Honor. We'd ask that a reasonable bond be set.
Judge, I do not have a complete file in front of me, but didn't we file a revocation on Mr. Elliott last year?
No. Here's the played out in March of 2000, February or March of 2015. And the new warrant was issued in May of 2015. The end of May, basically, it started in June. He was served with his warrant on July 23rd. On the revocation. What I was looking at was, I think that what he pled out on was a revocation.
It appears so, Judge.
February of 2015.
The original plea was September 12th of 2014, and then he was revoked and resentenced on February 13th, 2015. That being the case, Your Honor, I would ask that the court continue to hold Mr. Elliott on no bond and set his case for a hearing on 8/14.
I'm going to set it for hearing on August 14th. Arthur? I couldn't hear it, but
Chief asked if we entered a plea.
yes, the plea is not true. I'm going to set bond at $2,500. The condition of that bond is going to be that as soon as he makes bond, he's to report to his probation officer, and any failure to report or meet any commitment will result in the bond being revoked.
Thank you, Honor. Judge, that is cash or pro?
It's cash or pro. Mr. Elliott, you're going to be subject to being released on that bond, but I'm a little hesitant to do that. You don't have a good track record with us, so take it seriously. If you bond out, you get back to reporting to probation officer and don't miss a single time. All right? And you're back here on August 14th for hearing.
Thank you, Judge.
All right.